Happy Monday to you, church. Let's continue our look at the book of 1 John. Now, so far through the book of 1 John, we've heard over and over again how we can be assured of our relationship with God by how we live, by loving other people. That's an evidence for it. In fact, if we are children of God, we then obey God, and one of the ways we obey God is by loving other people. And I don't know about you, but I often do not find that easy at all. It's hard, it's work. And in fact, in chapter 3, we saw that sometimes we have to do battle with our hearts. Our hearts come up with all these reasons why we should not love people, and then we need to persuade them instead that, yes, we are going to live out of a new identity, so to speak. And so here in chapter 5 of the book of 1 John, John says something that I think is absolutely fascinating as we consider how it sometimes feels to love other people and some of the resistance that we face. So let me read the first 5 verses here of 1 John chapter 5. Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves whoever has been born of him. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and obey his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not burdensome. For whoever has been born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Who is it that overcomes the world except the one who believes that Jesus is the Son of God? Is this not amazing? Right there at the end of verse 3, John writes, and his commandments are not burdensome. When I'm reading the book of 1 John, that is not what I'm feeling all the time. I'm feeling a weight that, yes, I'm reminded of all these ways that I'm not loving other people well, and it can feel like a commandment that's absolutely burdensome. It goes against a lot of what my flesh, what my heart desires to do, as I desire to keep things for myself. And now here John's saying, well, we love other people with our stuff as well. So how in the world can he say that it's not a burden? Well, look in verse 4. Everyone who's been born of God overcomes the world. This is remarkable that as children of God, that it's a gift from God to us, based surely out of God's love for us, have actually overcome the world. And here in this context, the world stands for our sin, for those impulses I have in my heart that doesn't want to love people well, that doesn't want to obey God. Here John says that the gift of God given to me as a believer in Jesus is a gift that allows me to overcome the world, to overcome my sin. And then he goes on to say, it's faith. That's what it is that's been given to me that overcomes the world. And what's the content of this faith? Is believing that Jesus is who he says he is. So we come again around to full circle. John wants us to believe that Jesus is who he says he is. And evidence of that belief is loving other people. And that belief itself is a gift that's given to us by God that enables us to overcome the sin in our hearts that tells me to do anything other than love other people well. This is a gift. This is a gift to you and to me if we trust Jesus, if we believe him to be who he says he is. That we have overcome sin. We've been freed up to love other people. We're no longer slaves to sin, as Paul would say in his writings. Rather, now we are slaves to righteousness. We're actually able to do this based on the grace of God in our lives. And as we love people further and further and more as we mature, we see that we're more and more freed up, and we experience this overcoming, so to speak, in new and better and deeper ways. This is a gift to you, my friend. I hope that's an encouragement to you.